So I actually worked for Oval in admissions. So I started working here in admissions. Actually worked with another employee here and came here, saw she was here. She thought I'd be a great fit. And I've been in admissions for about 14 years in the beauty school sector and always wanted to go to beauty school. It's just never worked out. You know, I was in the military before that. So the military came knocking and said, hey, we'll pay for you to go to school. And then things kind of just worked out, and I had a really good support system here at Oval. They encouraged me to follow my dream, and I took that leap. I was raised in a beauty school. My grandmother owned a beauty school called Crawford's Beauty Academy in Beaumont, Texas. But man, she just was that woman, you know what I mean? Like, she helped a lot of girls in our community, girls and guys in our community go to school. Sometimes she let them go to school for free just so they can follow their passions. And I grew up seeing all the services. I would sit in the classes and practice, and I was probably working with Marcel's as like a 7-year-old, you know? And my mother also was a hairstylist as well. So my mother and grandmother were cosmetologists and instructors. And so being there with them, I had to be there every Saturday. And watching them do that and work with different types of people, you know, and seeing hair shows and being in hair shows as a child, it always was something that I loved to do. So I've been doing hair my whole life. It's just I'm now decided to actually pursue it as a career. Of course, it's always nerve-wracking when you have your first client because you're like, they don't know me. I want to make sure my conversation level is good. But it also was a good factor for me because I know what I'm doing. I'm just now learning how to polish everything and make it all make sense. I was emotional every day because I kept thinking about my grandma, like, she'd be so happy. She'd be so proud of me, you know. But now I use it as fuel. Like, these skills are put into me. Like, this is my destiny. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I think what surprised me the most was that you actually had to do work outside of doing hair. You know, there are like modules that you have to go through, and that shocked me. You know, in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, should they teach you how to do hair? You do that, but you don't realize that there's also that chemistry. You have to learn about sanitation and, you know, different types of fungus and bacteria. You know, you don't think about that part of it. You know, even if you go get your hair done, you don't think of all the things that they have to do behind the scenes. Like, how do they know about your hair type and porosity? And, you know, you don't think about all those things. But it was very surprising to me. So I didn't realize that I would have that kind of work too. It helps kind of expand your knowledge a little bit better and make things make sense. Especially if you're a visual learner or if you're an auditory learner, your learning style, you hit everything. You know, you're gonna have hands-on, you're gonna have the visual side, you're gonna have where you gotta listen. I mean, it's, you know, and then having videos, like, that helps. But I think long-term, me and my sister do wanna continue to build our business. We do have a salon called Crown by Crawford in the Alamo Heights area here. And I would really love to have a training salon where students that are fresh out of school come and they can build upon their knowledge, you know, for 6 months to a year. I would love to open up a chain of but twist out bars for natural hair clientele that want to come and just get a twist out or a deep condition and steam treatment. And I also want to be a platform artist. I want to be able to travel, especially having a military background. I have been able to travel the world, so I would love to go back out there and spend more time in some of these countries, especially Europe. Marketing yourself is number one because no one can come see you or book you if they do not know you exist. So social media has allowed us to reach people that we never would have been able to reach. If it's you posting something and a friend sharing that, now their friends see it, now their friends see it, you just never know who's going to see it and who needs a service. Please ask questions. Do not be that person that, oh, I'll get it, I'll figure it out. You don't want to figure it out wrong. I want to have my own schedule. I love talking to people, making them feel good about themselves. I love to inspire people. And so losing my grandmother last year was that final push because I'm the oldest grandchild. We were super close. I'm like her shadow. I was her shadow. And she always would say to me, I just can't believe you never went to beauty school. Like, she was like, I always thought you were gonna be the one. My mother said the same thing. And I'll be like, well, grandma, I can't. And then, you know, sometimes schools wouldn't let, you know, you couldn't go to school and work there at the same time. So I never pressed the issue. I knew it would happen one day. And so I turned 40 this year. And I looked back at my life and I said, girl, it's been in front of you this whole time. Like, what you want to do, you've been doing this your whole life. So I started braiding. I started doing crochet braids because I didn't need a license. And being in the salon with my sister too, I was like, this is it. You got to do it.